kickoff, moments away here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a pair of NFC West rivals set to do battle. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And away we go on Sunday Night Primetime. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? A former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now Darnold off the play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Has him on the quick hitter, and he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give up the gun to Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
10 yards on
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for a couple of yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling like a great boxer. You never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Toss play. This is Walker. We'll call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Catch me to the right side by Nakua. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Another run for Williams. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. handoff, running left, Walker. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Darnold. Caught, Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Staying with Walker. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. To his wide out, it's a screen. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Nice cut once more. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Darnold. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks go up 6-0 here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Play action now for Stafford. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Darnold to throw. This is Cubs. That's Cup. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. 4th down coming up.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win. So he makes up for his earlier miss in the game. He knocks that one right through. And it's important for him to move past that early miss, Kate, because you never know if he's going to be needed for a big moment when we get to the 4th.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Blake Corum now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. By a man, he's in the clear. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. A gain of 15 there. And the Rams have the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the Jets' sweep from the start, and they nailed it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford now against the blitz. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Ethan Evans on that punt. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Darnold now to throw. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Darnold. Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Now an inside give to Walker. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the 42. Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target that time was Kenneth Walker. And now they face second down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
This is Walker on second. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Here he goes, third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up fourth and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down throw here for Stafford. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've left over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Stafford now on third down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First and goal, Rams.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Williams will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. They go to him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams make it a one-score game in the first half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams get it back to within 6.
13. Rams 7.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Derink Young to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing here, Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
To Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Stafford. He's just going to hook this one into about row C there, and some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Connects with Adams again. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Receiver in motion, going left. They take the handoff, now Stafford. He's still going at the 30. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Stafford now off the play fake. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Stafford now on 1st down. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Stafford's going to throw once more. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd and 4 coming up now. It's Stafford once more. That's caught by Williams. They got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
4th down. Here's Stafford. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
There's a dive up the middle. And 2 yards all he can get. Takes 3rd down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? They'll air it out on 3rd. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Going from the pistol, Stafford. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams get a late score and tie it before the half. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams take the lead on that successful kick.
Seahawks 13.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He'll try and run this. Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Rolling out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Rolling on 1st. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Now here he goes again. Give him 8 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10. Darnold. He's keeping it again. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Brought in. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime. Cooper Kupp, the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Myers to add the PAT. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Seahawks push their lead to 6.
20. Rams 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. A massive shot towards the end zone. And he will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Connects on the crosser. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, here's Stafford. Throws caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. And A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Williams. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense, that surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
Throwing now, Stafford. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
He'll throw it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams throw 6 points onto their score. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Nevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take the lead on that successful kick.
Seahawks 20.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Now Darnold finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Darnold. Finding Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. He's going to tuck it and run. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Jared Verse on the tackle.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
12 yards. That's good for a Rams first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down throw here for Stafford. That throw behind his intended target. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 31-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Darnold looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Now he takes it. Gets some space around midfield. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from the 43. Walker running to the right. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with Walker again. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Thrown left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. From the gun, Darnold. He takes it himself. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. Darnold. This one's caught.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back now, pressure coming. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Drops back. Needs an open man. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he's stopped. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff now. Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stafford from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He finds Adams, complete. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
1st down. A gain of 16
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Stafford throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. It's Stafford once more. Finds the in route, complete. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. We'll get 22 out of that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
A handoff for Williams, running left. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming and pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Screen here for Williams. Room inside the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams jump in front now by 5.
Seahawks 23.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Walker running right. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. We've reached the end of the third on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First and 10 from the 43. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
He's still going at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completed to his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now an inside give to Walker. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. They give up the gut to Walker. The middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain. He gets him 9 yards, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Darnold and the Seahawks getting set to try for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Looking for an open man. And the pressure's there. He goes down. The sack denies them the 2-point conversion. Well, the decision's pretty clear here, partner. You got to take the shot at going up by a field goal.
Yep, all about the odds here. Increasing the odds that you're either leading or tied if you get the ball back.
And either way, you're prepping your defense to cling to a very small lead.
Either way, that defense is clinging for this situation to go out and show out.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Sanford. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Got him, man. That's Nacua. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone on 1st. From the pocket. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
2nd and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
2-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
Seahawks.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, Darnold. And he put everything he's got behind it. Well, a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And sets up third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
On the play. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set to go now from the 35. Play fake, Darnold. Finds Cup again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
10 more yards. Complete to Cooper Cup. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Drawing up the design keeper. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's good.
Not the biggest game, but exactly what they needed. Just get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Called in left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Gonna keep this one and go. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a third down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
Down a score. They're gonna go for this on fourth down. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now that was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. And no problem converting on fourth.
They've got first down here from the 36. Darnold. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
32 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Darnold. Brought in, and they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Fifth DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 4th-quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The extra point wouldn't do much for them, so they're going to go for 2 and try to make this a field goal game.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Darnold has it at the 1. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game.
34.
No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Stafford from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Give to Williams from the gun. Here he goes again. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams have taken the lead late. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Seahawks 37.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you how to do yours.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And again, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigbo with yet another catch. And they're going to have 1st and goal, Gronk, as he gets out of bounds right around the 9.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. From the gun, Darnold. And he's in! touchdown, and with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
44. Rams 41.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for one, maybe two final plays here.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Drops this one down here for Williams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. One final shot here. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.